Oh, that's more like it. Daddy likey. Oh gosh.
What are you doing?
I'm listening to the waves and relaxing.
Why don't you go home and relax?
I'm also plugged up. I'm charging.
How long?
Maybe a couple more hours.
I need it. All the other charging stations are broken. I need this one.
Yeah, get over it.
2024 Kia EV9 Land, second highest trim, all electric, all-wheel drive. I expect it to have some punch. We are in sport mode.
I mean, it threw me back.
We get that initial punch, but I mean, it's all right. Like, it's not fast.
Well, did you know that you can actually pay to unlock the GT line performance here on this one after you've purchased it?
So you're telling me hardware is here and I have to pay for them to firmware update into something that technically I already own?
Yes, but you
Okay.
can also update the lighting package on the outside.
Wow, I can pay to use the lights that I physically own.
Just a different look, different design.
Incredible.
Did you know you can also
Oh my God.
you can also get the smart parking feature where it'll like back into a parking spot for you, do more than just the forward and back straight.
That comes on this trim?
No, you have to get the GT line, but you can option for that after you point of purchase.
So I can
Download
software unlock that as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all the technology, all the sensors, all the hardware are there, but I'm locked out of it unless I pay them more money?
Yeah.
We are here at the Boulders, probably the best spot on beautiful Lake Tyler, and it's very befitting because it's an all-electric car. Drive all electric, it keeps the air clean, water in the lakes, the sky stays blue when you drive all. We're saving the planet with these cars here. Let's just get, this is a 2024 EV9. There's a few trims available. You can get the earth, the wind, the fire trim.
Whoa. Nope. No. Wrong. This comes in light, wind, and land. as we have
I was
here.
pretty close.
Yeah.
There's another trim above it. We got light, wind, land, Ember. Is Ember the next one up? Is that right?
No.
What is it?
GT line, of course.
Light, wind, land, GT line. Who made that decision? They should have done something. They should have just either stuck
They don't
with
hire
it
us.
or don't do it. Anyway, so this is second from the highest trim, which it starts in the 60,000, 62, 64 if you're getting.
This one is 68-ish, might as well be 69 starting price.
Starting. This one is actually like a hair away from 75, and you still don't have everything. You would have to pay more if you want the fancy light show, which you don't get with this blue-gray.
Ivory silver matte.
I'm calling it blue hair gray.
Yeah, you don't get the digital light pattern up front on the matte paint.
The blue matte is sick. I like it a lot. I like the blue color instead of just monochrome. I like that we have some color options. I like this color.
This works pretty well.
And with the land, you get the nicer headlights. You get the slave labor warning wheels right here. You get all kinds of different stuff. It's very near the top of the trim while still looking the part. This is probably going to be the one that everyone wants because it looks the nicest, but it's not the most expensive.
And as we've already covered, you can pay to have all the goodies and niceties and speed of that Ember. I mean,
you
GT
can
line
pay
edition.
You can pay to software unlock hardware that is already in the vehicle.
Get all the torques and all the parking.
Somehow you can unlock more torque without horsepower, even though horsepower is a mathematical equation against torque.
You're thinking too hard.
I'm thinking, period, and that's kind of the problem with the whole EV thing. But at least it's a real torque number. It's not 11, gigawatts or some crazy number like
21 gigawatts.
Let's hop in and show the inside for a minute. Here on the inside, I've chosen the second row. Corey chose the first row. Talk to me about the luxuries up there, Corey.
Okay, this is like the chauffeur vehicle of choice for the future, but it isn't barren up here either. Heated and ventilated front seats. You've got heated and ventilated seats back there. Sunshades in the windows. Wireless charging power up here. Tons of legroom. I don't think I can even touch the firewall up here.
I could use a little bit more legroom.
Hey, what are you, stop. What are you doing? Hey, when I said this was a chauffeur's vehicle, I didn't mean you could squish me.
Loads of legroom back here.
No,
Tons.
no.
This is still, in my opinion, like Gen 1.5 EV technology. Still using the same types of batteries, still using the same types of motors. We're getting better and better, but we haven't made a significant leap. We're still getting less than 300-mile estimated range.
Yeah.
That's very important. Estimated range is 280 on this, and this is the long range version. Until we get in the 325, 350, 400-mile real world range, to me, that's still not long range. We're still under what a traditional combustion engine would do, and significantly less than we would get in a nice hybrid system.
So what Kia does really well, and parent company Hyundai and luxury brand Genesis, they realize, okay, if we can't add range, let's decrease charging time. So this is on an 800-volt architecture, and it charged much faster than the competition. Last EV we were in was the F-150 Lightning.
Yes.
Slow charging.
Loved it, though. That F-150 Lightning is a good truck that happens to be electric.
Yeah.
This went the Tesla route that is very clearly, I am an electric vehicle.
Yes. It's got the weird styling, the retractable door handles, the
stuff you can't see because like they wanted to have the prundle right here, and if you want to turn the car on, you have to do a little reach around action here to get to the on-off switch.
I don't want to know about your reach around action to your stock.
You have redundant HVAC controls, which is cool, except the screen that is like the big main always on HVAC screen, I can't see at least half of it unless I move it because it's hidden behind here. You can't reprogram that to do anything but HVAC. It's more of like a Kindle paper sort of a OLED display, not a reprogrammable LCD screen. They're just doing weird stuff because it's weird, it's different, it's all electric. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cool. It's different, but it's not better.
Now let's talk about frunk storage space.
Pause. Did I just see you open a manual lift gate on a $75,000 EV?
Yes.
It's not even a powered lift gate.
No.
Whatever. One of the primary benefits of an EV is a frunk, and this is disappointing.
I mean, I've seen smaller.
It's pretty small.
It's not that small.
What is that?
I mean, it's my thingy.
Why is your thingy shaped that way?
That's how it's made.
That's a pretty small thingy.
Well, it's not the smallest. In all seriousness, what this is a reverse charger for you to power whatever you need to from the backside of your Kia EV9. But
that way, after you reverse charge something with your reverse charging chode dongle mechanism, you end up with less mileage on an already not stellar mileage vehicle.
I mean, 280 ain't bad.
Let's move past it.
Okay.
Let's move past it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, other than the EV platform. This is marketed as the electric Telluride, and it's really not.
No.
It drives completely different.
The wheelbase is longer.
Longer wheelbase, so even from just an actual footprint, it's different. So it's not the same wheelbase, completely different infotainment system. Second row is different. The seats are different. You can't get suede headliners. It's in the same ballpark, but it is not an electric Telluride. But what does stick around from the Telluride and the entire Kia lineup,
the secret sauce of the Kia EV lineup in general, 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
and I'm
better
pretty
than
sure
any
that
of its
includes the
competitors.
battery pack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even close to the competitors, because these battery packs, we know they're prone to failure. It's new technology. We don't know how long they're gonna last, but if it fails within 10-year, 100,000 miles, hopefully that warranty saves you, because these things are so expensive, they very well could total the car just from the cost of replacing the battery pack. I mean, it's crazy to think about that, but you kind of don't have to when you have a warranty like that.
Yeah. One less
thing to worry about.
the whole vision of this car is like the save the planet kind of EV too, because when they
Wait.
When they flew me to Detroit to see this for the first time, the production ready version, the big talking point was 10 recycled materials used in the cabin here, from the mesh nets up here to the actual seating material.
I like that.
It's stuff from like ocean-bound plastics. And
I like that a lot.
They are leaning into, okay, this is an environmentally friendly vehicle, but I can't find anywhere on their website what percentages of the materials are made from recycled stuff.
That part's a little suspicious.
I
like where they're going.
Yeah.
Like where they're going, step in the right direction.
What are your thoughts of the feel in here? Does it feel premium?
And it feels like a
does it feel plastic?
real nice nursing home. Really nice nursing home. I'm talking like
we can aspire to live here
on gray. This place should come with like, a bidet, some sponge baths. As soon as I opened the door, I was like, wow, that is a hospital room.
It is kind of sterile in here. You and I both like colors when it comes to interiors, and manufacturers, including Kia, are leaning into that. Just not here.
And you can get this with a gorgeous saddle brown.
Coming back to the back, we do have a power liftgate with a smart function. I've got the key in my pocket. It's beeping at me.
How long? How many beeps?
Like 3, 4, I don't know. Beep, 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 beepity boop.
6 beeps in a juke. She'll pop the skirt up.
No need to like dance and do a jig back here.
You can't, it's optional.
Yeah.
It's optional.
Yeah.
You don't have to subscribe to a payment plan for that one. The most Telluride thing about this is the behind third row storage. Yeah. It's about on par with you expect. These things are not charging cable in a little backpack. None of these 3-row crossover SUVs are enormous, so you don't get enormous behind the third row, but you do get some lay flat seats. You get an actual wall outlet. You get the most confusing
what is this
trunk.
for?
Like, you have to press and hold it from the inside.
Wait.
Now let it go. It stops and it just screams.
No. Why? Why are you mad? Why are you mad, bro? I guess this is like an emergency escape button, but why wouldn't you just open the door?
Yeah. I have zero idea what the purpose of that is for. You have to have your hand in there and press and hold. Keep in mind, you have one here that you just click and it goes all the way down, all the way up, the way God intended. And then you also have a release at the front that you don't have to hold as well. I truly have no idea what that's for. But beyond that oddity, it's a pretty normal third row, behind the third row storage with the addition of an actual 3-prong wall port right there.
3-row SUV, what more do you want?
I want the price to come down.
This is marketed to be the cheapest 3-row all-electric SUV, lots of asterisks there. All-electric 3-row SUV cheapest. It's still $75,000.
To be fair, this one is pretty high up on.
But I mean, you go one trim down and you get the matte black turd fender liners and stuff. I mean, it very clearly this is the trim to get because it looks
GT
premium.
line.
This or the GT line are the way to go. You go a trim down, and it's like screaming to the world, I can't afford nice things. That's what they want. It's price anchoring. The price
they do want
status anchoring. Yes.
Climb you up to that GT. Well, it's just a little more for this. Well, if we get the different trim, then we...
Well, if we get the options we want on the fugly one, we might as well get the base nice one. Well, we want the options on the... And you end up spending $75,000 on something that you bought to save the planet.
And then you go on your app and you buy the new lighting outside and the full power and
the only way that stops is if consumers stop paying for it. Don't say, oh, I hate it, but I gotta have it. Yeah. Say, oh, I hate it, and don't buy it. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep doing it. These companies are here to make money. If you buy it, you're dumb. And if you buy it and they don't keep doing it, they're dumb.
Yeah.
If you buy it, they're gonna do it.
So, some things that aren't dumb. Buying this for its per mile fuel savings.
Yeah. You already did the math. In our East Texas area, what's the cost per mile to operate this vehicle?
2.5 cents.
2.5 cents. What was the math we did on a regular turbo F-150? like 14
14
and some
cents?
change, which is probably on par with Tahoe, Yukon, stuff like that. So on a day-to-day, no oil changes, no tune-ups, no spark plugs, blah, blah, blah. You just plug it in and charge it. It's very, very cost-effective to run on the day-to-day. We just don't know the long-term longevity. But you could say the same thing for direct injected turbocharged engines.
And so there you have it. What would be a pretty run-of-the-mill, mid-tier 3-row crossover SUV is taken into a whole new category by being an all-electric vehicle. No, it's not particularly cost-effective, and it's definitely not cheap, but because its 3-row all-electric competition is so astronomically priced, if you are a person that is shopping for a 3-row SUV that must also be all-electric, it now seems like a decent value proposition. And truth be told, what the EV9 truly is a symbol, a peek behind the curtain for what 3-row all-electric SUVs could be for the mass market in the near future.